Hello everyone, welcome back to Career Sync. Today we are going to discuss the 16th April interview questions from cluster 1, 2 and 3. There are 8 candidates who shared their interview questions. So let's discuss all and you should prepare well for tomorrow interview. So let's discuss with the first candidate. The question he was asked based on the cluster 1. You can see that introduce about yourself, do you know Java, asked me to run palindrome code. Collections in Java, primitive and non-primitive data types, difference between linked and lists, difference between array and array list. Do you have hands-on experience in SQL, second highest salary? Explain the query, hash map. Now, how does hash map work? JVM, difference between abstract class and interface, difference between drop, delete and truncate. Count the number of rows using SQL. They give me input and find the largest number in that without using array code. So delete the space coding, oops, explain oops in depth, relocate and initiate. This interview took about 45 minutes. And as you can see, all the questions are from the PDF that I have uploaded in my group. Not even a single questions come out from there. So if you have prepared from there, then you can easily crack the interview. They are not very tough. You can clear each and every one. Now let's discuss the second one. He is also from cluster one. The questions are mostly similar, like introduce yourself and ask the features of Java. Write some string methods in Java. Difference between Python and Java, because maybe he has mentioned in Python also. Binary search and code implementation in Java, because he is cluster one. So algorithm of selection short. After that, he goes to the SQL queries, where he has to write a query for update, insertion, selection, and delete. Difference between truncate and delete. I have already told this is the very important questions for everyone. About joins definition, like SQL joins, like inner join, outer join, self join, and all these things. Oops concept and the pillar of oops. Just explanation. So you have to give a proper explanation to the oops concept. After that, he has to write the code on reverse as string. Now, what is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript? So, I have already mentioned this question in my PDF that is very important. So, you have to prepare an answer for this also. Now, difference between array, linked list, and array list. Exception handling both Python and Java code. Comfortable to relocate and any shift. Are you able to work on any shift? This is the question that he has been asked. All the questions are from the previous ones and the PDF I have shared. So it is very helpful for you guys, I think. So tell me in the comment that if it was useful to you or not. Now coming to the next one, the question he was asked to introduce himself first. After that, which domain you want to work on? So he is asking that in which domain he wants to work. Then he started asking on cloud computing as it was part of my cluster. So he is from cluster 2, which is Python, where cloud computing is important. So he asked about IaaS, SaaS, and PaaS on with example, and three situation-based questions like if are given a team where none of them are ready to work long, but you have your deadline, what will you build? Or another situation-based question like you are given a project where everything is completed, but client asks for other requirements. What inputs you will ask your manager to work on this? Now, next is exceptional handling. I have told you this question is very, very important and why it is necessary. From the last 3 to 4 days, I have already sent the PDF here which will help you to answer these questions. Now, two programming questions like palindrome and vowels count. I have already mentioned these questions also, and the last question is relocation. So now, let's discuss the next. It is for cluster 2. The questions are same like willing to relocate, self-introduction, why non-IT to IT. So maybe he is person from a non-IT background, so he asked him to why you want to join in IT sector. Now, what is Java? I said I am confident with Python, so he asked to write codes in Python. See, I told you that some students are able to write code on Python and whatever the language they have preferred. So he has write code in Python. Palindrome, I write it in two ways, slicing, oops concept. prime number, odd and even, Java code, even and odd, not written. Now, what is iterator? Scope in Python, where we use, and that's it, you can leave. Now, for the next question, this interview happened in Bangalore, and he has shared that this questions only, and it's the end of the interview. It is the very short interview that I have heard. So, I asked my preferred language is Python. He said they are hiring for Java. So they don't explain any much about it. They started taking interview, like tell me about yourself. What is difference between drop and truncate? Array list versus hash map. Remove duplicates from an array. Any sorting algorithm implementation. And it's the end of the interview. This is the very short interview that I have heard, or maybe that he has shared the less questions and this. So let's not move towards this and let's go to the next one. So he is also from cluster 2. The question he was asked, write outer join on any two tables, count number of employees based on department, difference between truncate and drop. You can see this question is asked in every interview, every student who shared the data. Now in Java, he asked, reverse a string using stack versus queue, prime number, Fibonacci series in Python, method in stack, string, queue. Common questions like tell me about yourself, can you relocate, can you work in any shift, and prefer language side Python, but he has write the code in Java also, as you can see. Now, going to the next one. It is also from cluster 2. Tell me about yourself, brief introduction. How did you deploy a full stack project in the cloud? What is cloud computing? What are public, private, and hybrid clouds? What are cloud services? Give example of cloud services like AWS Cloud. And what is a virtual machine? Rate yourself in Python out of 5. Rate yourself in SQL out of 5. What is the difference between shallow copy and deep copy? It is again a very important question I have mentioned in the PDF, that is write Python code to print odd numbers, reverse a string, Hyderabad, and then short it. You can see this is the question which is asked in the Hyderabad location for cluster 2. Here are the more questions like write an SQL query to find the second highest salary. What is the difference between truncate, delete, and drop in SQL? What are the sets and dictionaries in Python? Give real life example of where sets, dictionaries, and list are used. What is the difference between array and list? Now, what is the difference between Python and C++? So we have key features of Java. Why do you prefer using Python? Are you going to duplication? If you are given a different domain, will it be any issue? So he obviously said no. Now, do you have any question for me? This is the last question that he has asked. Now, let's go to the last question interviews from cluster 3. So, this interview is from C Sharp candidate. So, he asked about C Sharp and its features, explain OOPS concept, write code for print first 10 numbers. I think it will be first 10 prime number. Write code for prime number in C Sharp. Yes, that's right. OOPS concept in brief, SQL queries, SQL joins, inner join, and difference between every join. Union, difference between union and joins. About HTML, web pages, CSS, JavaScript framework, how to implement it, and remaining HR questions like introduction and are you able to relocate and what do you know about Cognizant? These are the only questions that they are asking. So it concludes all the interview questions. So for the next interview, you need to prepare very well. I am updating these all the questions in the document file that I have shared in my group. There you will be finding more than 38 interview questions till now from 1st April to 16th April. So go and check it out. You will be finding the PDF in my Telegram channel. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. And if you need any assistance, just send a message in the group. We will be helping you out. Thank you.